Good morning, nice to have you on board. 27 minutes after 11 o'clock and 24 degrees. I win the weather situation this morning. I knew I was going to anyway. It's Friday, 18th of August, and let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, so very, very happy to have you join us. If you're a first-time viewer, I tell you what, why not do this? Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell notifications when we have important people, and believe me, today we're going all the way around the world to come on home back to New Zealand, and believe me, I'm looking forward to catching up with Sam French out of the Naki. Yeah, absolutely, loving that. Better give this a couple of clicks as well just to see what's going on. Now, at the same time, why not subscribe? Become part of the family. We call it the noise here at Galaxy simply because, well, it's growing exponentially every day. It really, really is. It's getting louder and louder and louder. And believe me, Sam is going to be so surprised when he finds out literally that we're in every English-speaking country in the world, and some that aren't, which, you know, I don't know how it works, but we're going to take it anyway, right? Funny thing, you know what to do with that, right? You get epileptic with it. Give it the big, yeah, go on, a double, treble, dare you. Tell you what, let's get it underway. Heading to Naki. Yes, we are, to say or do right here at Galaxy, and wasting my time. So that gives us a couple of minutes to get to know each other, brother.
Yeah, mate. Hey, first thing, I know you love the Naki, but I'm actually in Hawke's Bay.
You're in Hawke's Bay, of course.
Slightly over the hill. I mean, the Naki's a great place, but...
Well, you know, it's a good place to go and play rugby.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Or the Speedway, where I go sometimes.
Oh, you go to the Speed. Of course, I mean, her son is a champion car racer.
Okay. Around?
I want to tell you a story here. Barbara gets about 150 to 200 bands a day wanting to do these interviews, get promoted, played on the radio, yada, 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 right?
And my friend.
And she's vicious with a red pen. You've just got to be, because we can only do so many of these in a week, you know?
100%.
So we take the best of the best, and then Barbara goes to production, and Barbara fight it out, and we whittle it down.
Don't fight.
Well, you know, sort it out anyway.
Discuss.
Yeah, I haven't seen boxing gloves yet, but it's been close.
Yeah, true.
Then it goes to a board, right? And on any particular board meeting, it could be 12 or 8 people from the board that their only concern is our image. You know what I mean? So we only play the best of the best. Sam, you ticked every box.
Oh, amazing.
Okay.
That's so great.
You really did. Then Barbara puts it onto a USB device, and I play it in my car.
Nice.
Yeah, I do. Well, for a couple of reasons. The first reason, Sam, is simply nobody else can influence me on whether or not I want to do the interview. You know what I mean? The other reason, quite frankly, is nobody else wants to drive with me. Now, I mentioned about Barbara's son. Her former husband, her late husband, was a car racer. Was a car racer. He used to drive fast sideways, right?
Gisborne.
Nice, yeah.
Her son is a former New Zealand champion car racer.
Oh, wow.
Drives sideways, fast, right? Her current grandson is a champion right now, drives fast sideways. Barbara won't get in the car with me.
No, he's a
You
grandpa.
don't drive fast enough.
He's a grandpa driver.
She calls it. She doesn't come out to the. You see where we are. We're in sawmilling town in the middle, between Tauranga, Rotorua, and Whakatane, right?
Yeah.
I know where, because it's all forestry. I know where they keep the keys to the fire breaks.
Yeah, right. Okay. Where you go?
So I go and drive fast. Have some fun.
Yeah.
I do.
That's a place for it. Nice.
Okay, we've got about 40 seconds to go, and we will crank you into the world Let's have some fun, bro. And this may or may not be like any other interview you'll ever want to do again, okay?
I look forward to it, mate. Thanks. I look forward to it.
Nice, nice.
All good.
Wasting my time, I've been wasting my time, wasting my time, and I ain't got no time. Wasting my time, I've been wasting my time, wasting my time, and I'm wasting it on you.
Galaxy FM, radio beats. Galaxy FM.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today I'm absolutely elated because we're heading to Hawke's Bay to catch up with a very, very young man by the name of Sam French out of the band Say I Do. So welcome to Galaxy, Sam.
Hey, thanks for having me, Grant, and thanks for the very, very young there. I'd take that on.
Well, believe
I feel
me,
so young all the time, but it's great.
well, believe me, I'm only 21 myself, and this is the perfect face for radio, right? It really is. Kia ora, my friend. It is so, so good to have you. Now, we opened up the show with Wasting My Time, and I absolutely love, love, love this track. In fact, I love both Wasting My Time and Awake. I play them both in my car.
Thanks so much.
No, I do. I really, really do. I start work about 10:30 at night, and I might be lucky to get home by about 5, and you've been on the top of the playlist over the last number of weeks, literally, and I'm absolutely loving your work. So I'm going to get into the skinny of everything, Wasting My Time. First of all, how did you come to the lyrics?
Yeah, sure. I mean, Wasting My Time, I guess, it came up pretty quick, actually. I was kind of started with the concept of how hard it is to write a song, actually, and trying to figure out, am I actually just wasting my time trying to do this, trying to get this song, because it was kind of sometimes so hard enough to crack. You start doing something if you don't know if you're going down the right road, and the song kind of evolved, I guess, a little bit. From that point, to actually kind of start questioning almost everything that you're doing, whether it actually matters or not, whether you're in control of your own destiny or whether it just happens to you. So that's kind of, I guess, the crux of it. But yeah, the chorus is because I ain't got anything to lose. Basically, it's like, I mean, you haven't got anything to lose by just going forward, keep going. At the end of the day, you're on the path that you're on, and so just keep moving forward, really.
Absolutely understand that. I really, really do. Do have a fan question for you right now from Naomi coming out of North Carolina in the United States. She's saying, Sam, as a fan, how do I get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Are you a talker? But more importantly, do you respond?
Am I a talker? No, I'm not a talker. I'm not a Twitterer either, but I am on Instagram. Instagram is at sayordo. Instagram is at sayordo.music. Facebook is at sayordo. And absolutely I respond. So, I feel like, having a Facebook page is a great place to have a bit of a community. So when I do posts on there and stuff, I do but when people do respond to me, I do try and endeavour to get back to them kind of on that page or whatever as well. So, it's not just about me promoting my music on there. It is, I feel like, a bit of a community, and it's a good space to have a conversation. So, if you're interested in me and interested in my music, jump on Facebook. It's probably the best place to get me, or on Instagram. But yeah, definitely engage with the audience there, absolutely.
Nice. Believe me, I don't. I really don't. I have people do it. Believe me, I would never get anything done otherwise, to be very honest with you. But from time to time, you just never know. I do manage to commandeer my phone back from my staff members, and I might reply myself. You just never know. It might be me, it might not, but you will get a reply. Having said that, my friend, I do have a young man coming out of Ottawa in Canada. His name is Robert. He's asking, do you have merch? Is there a website I can go to go and buy some merch, like a t-shirt, koozies, caps, stuff like that?
Oh, great question. I don't have merch at the moment, actually. It's something I'm definitely working on. Basically looking to start merch sales, I guess, when I start getting some more gigs coming up. So the plan for that is, obviously you want to have a merch table when you start playing a bit of shows. So I guess on that front, I've been doing everything kind of solo, up till now, basically playing one-man band shows, doing that. But I'm working with some guys now at the moment to actually have a full live band, so I'm really, really pumped about that. And so the idea there is to obviously start gigging once that's up and running, and once that's going, then I'll have some merch up. But yeah, at the moment, I guess just stay on the Facebook, and I'll let everyone know when that's available. But it's great question. Glad people are interested in actually getting some merch. I'd love to see some people wearing some Say I Do merch. It'd be great.
Yeah, and believe me, maybe, just maybe, when you do get your merch, you might pass me on a t-shirt, because and subliminally this actually does work. I've had people say to me, you know, I've been watching your interview and on the interwebby thing, buying merch from the people that you're wearing today. Believe me, Frank, love it, really do. Yeah. Drown again. Got to give a shout out to Francesca as well. Please keep up what you're doing. Absolutely brilliant. And Leon, you guys just work well. Frank, love Tarek as well, okay? Love the t-shirt. Thank you. But having said, you see, now, that subliminally people are going to go, oh, Drown Again. I'm going to go and find out what they're about. You know what I mean? Before you know it, they've got CDs sold, caps, koozies, even guitar picks if you're lucky. Got to say hi to Jigabye, who's joining us this morning. Nice to have you on board. Gosh, it's been a while since we've caught up. Roger Dale Snyder is in there as well. Donnie Coulter, of course, from Creatures of Condition. Nice to have you on board. Don Pierce, hello, brother man. Nice to have you on board. And Marie Mattei Ree. Hello, sweetheart. We did an interview with you just the other day, and I love you. Really want to bump, and get on the dance floor, have some fun. What do you reckon? And believe me, I do have 2 wheels, and I don't know about the photo of what we discussed, really. I don't know whether Barbara sent it to you or not. I hope she hasn't, to be honest. You would need a psychiatrist after viewing that. You really would. So we'll talk about that later. Chris Andreas is on board as well. Nice to have you back, brother man. You and I are supposed to go out looking for a Sasquatch when I get over there at some stage. Please don't throw your knives at me, though.
Dwayne Watson.
Yeah, love it. Really do. Now, Sam, how long have you been performing? How long have you been a singer?
Well, good question. I mean, I've been in bands ever since I was in high school, so, geez, almost 20 years, I guess. But I've always kind of been a little bit in the background. I mean, I was playing bass in a high school band, I was playing guitars in bands all the way kind of through, up until probably about 5 years ago. I was kind of doing backing vocals and, I guess rhythm and lead guitar parts and stuff like that. But then after, the band back then kind of broke up a bit, and I decided to try something solo. So probably about 5 years I've been doing the frontman kind of singer-songwriter solo kind of stuff. And yeah, I just really enjoy it, really. I quite enjoy being, the mouthpiece.
Nice. Now, Charlene, coming out of Paraparaumu, is asking, where did the name come? Say or do?
Yeah, good question. Hey, I guess it was my first kind of solo escapade, and I guess it came across as, for me, just trying to be a bit of a mantra for myself, make sure I actually got off my ass and did something. I guess, having been in bands and things like that for a long time, there are a lot of people that say things and just don't follow through. You hear about, I'm going to be the next big thing, and I'm going to release this album, and I'm going to do all this music stuff, and it just never happens. So Say I Do was, to me, just about kind of, I guess, taking check of myself, making sure I wasn't just lip service being say, but also being the do. So the do is the most important part there, I think. So and I thought it was kind of catchy as well, like Say I Do. When you anything we do, or anything you say or do may be used against you in a court of law or whatever. So hopefully not in my instance, but that's kind of, I guess, where it came from.
It sounds like the Miranda Act, to be very honest with you, but very, very cool. I love the name, I really do, and love promoting you on our station. Now, believe me, the Breakfast Show is primarily made up of requests from people around the world, literally, per artist, per track, and you've been making a lot of entries in my Breakfast Show every morning, and I'm very, very proud to have at least 1, 2, or 3 New Zealand acts in my show on a Breakfast Show, and it doesn't happen like that very often. So thank you and welcome. But in the meantime, I want to talk about Awake. Tell me about this track. This is a fantastic track, and believe me, at 3,791 requests, literally, I want to know, A, what makes it so successful, and B, tell me about the lyrics.
Cool. Well, hey, that's amazing to hear, and obviously, thank you, Grant, and everyone at Galaxy, but also thank you for all listeners for the support. That's really phenomenal, actually. So thank you. But yeah, where the track comes from, and this track was kind of a track I always wanted to write. Really, it kind of, I guess, it came from the heart, where it wasn't trying to write a song that was particularly like any other song I'd written, or kind of followed any kind of formula. And it just kind of came out that way, and I guess the vibe of it was very kind of flowy and mellow, and I just kind of wanted to start like that and then build all the way through it, and I feel like it does that quite successfully, because it does build up to that kind of that peak in the bridge, I guess. So really stoked that it's gained that kind of traction, because I didn't expect it to be a really commercial kind of success, but it was a track I always wanted to write, and a track that I feel very very close to home. So the content of the track is so I guess during I try and stay pretty grounded, and a part of that is doing meditation. So I do try and do regular meditation sessions just for 10 minutes or so, and this Awake is basically during one of those meditation sessions where I had this kind of epiphany, where you kind of, I guess, I don't know when it happens or how to describe it, but you start to see the world in a different light, because you're kind of in this moment and you feel very connected to the world. So Awake is kind of just, I guess, the recognition of that moment, and when you're there and you're just very kind of zen, and yeah, that's what it's about. So
Absolutely, absolutely love that. So I tell you what, without further ado, as heard on my breakfast show here at Galaxy, is Say or Do, Awake.
They come and go like waves at an empty coast.
Dear. Sam, by any chance are you a vegan?
not a vegan, but a vegetarian, pretty much. Yeah.
All right, okay. I'm going to ask anyway. I ask everybody this because I want to find out the truth about it. Have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
Absolutely. I've had many a vegan sausage.
Really? Are they made of real vegans or not?
What's that?
Are they made of real vegans or not?
You crunch them up, yeah, that's what you do. Grind them up into a paste.
Well, look,
roll them up.
Sam, I was upset when I found out that Girl Guide biscuits weren't made of Girl Guides.
Oh,
And
that's a shame, isn't it? It looks like a Kiwi burger's not made out of Kiwi.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, Johnson & Johnson have got me on the blacklist right now, to be truthful. They won't return my phone calls, they won't accept my phone calls, they won't take my texts, emails, nothing. Because I was talking to one of the managers over there, and I just simply said, how many babies goes in a bottle?
Ooh. Really?
I think about 3 large ones reduced down, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like a filtration process, so there's some kind of distilling going on there or something. I don't know.
Exactly, I mean, that's why it's clear, right? It's like moonshine.
It's all distilled, eh? Yeah.
Absolutely. Tim Steinruck's in the house. Nice to have you on board, brother man, and the mighty one. Love you guys. Now, at the same time, I do have a friend of mine who's a master chef at the Hyatt in Auckland, right? And I was saying to him the other day, just what's the hardest thing about cooking in the kitchen? He goes, vegetables. I went, bro, know what you mean? Getting the wheelchairs in the oven must be a bitch.
Yeah, that's next level.
Oh yeah, don't get me going on vegetable oil then, eh?
Okay. I see.
Oh dear. Barbara did try to warn you, right?
Yeah, she did.
Okay,
I don't know really how to respond to that. I wish I could have some kind of some witty remarks in return, but I think I'm just stumped.
Okay, well,
You'll learn.
are you a thinker? Do you like to think outside the box?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I like to think outside the box. There you go.
Okay, all right. Let's try this then.
Okay.
Man knows how to measure speed of light, right? So how fast is darkness? Oh, come on.
Slower or faster?
I reckon it's instant.
Isn't it? It's dark is just instant, eh?
Yeah,
It's definitely
I think so.
dark. Well, dark is the absence, isn't it? So.
It is. Yeah, it'd have to be. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And Sam, I've got to let you know, one young man that's watching right now, Tim Steinreich, he was due to come over here and do some shows, and we were discussing about a hungy, right? And I did explain to him one day that we actually dig a hole and put food, and, you know, he thought that maybe, just maybe, we were going to put a microwave in the ground.
Get a bit of power, right?
Yeah.
The power of the earth, the power of the fire, I guess.
It is, well, the stones and everything like that as well, you know what I mean? But, yeah, no, I had him convinced for ages, you know, we'll have a special one for you and it'll have a cord coming out of it just for you.
Like an extension cable, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we do love Tim Steinreich. He's a wonderful man in his own right. He actually does a show, a ZZ Top kind of deal, because he's got one of these beards, you know what I mean? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. He does a brilliant job at that. Besides, he's a hard rocker, and, well, I'm kind of partial to that as well, working for the Rock back in the day, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you can understand. Tim, I've got to Sam, I've got to ask you, anything new coming out in the near future?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll wait and see. So, like I said, yeah, working on getting a band together and getting some live gigs going. So, I've got a handful of tracks pretty much good to go. Not recorded, but written. So it's just kind of seeing how they come together with the band, and then recording those with the band, I guess, is the ideal. So everyone can kind of bring their own essence to the songs. It'll be quite a different experience, and everything I've done up to this point, as I say, I'll do has been very solo. Everything I've done by myself. So I'm really looking forward to having some kind of collaboration with other artists, and you know, getting some different vibes going on, just to have a bit of a different feel to it. So yeah, I guess it's just kind of depending on that, see how that goes. Hopefully an EP coming out next year would be the plan for that. Yeah, and just take it from there, really. Yeah.
Okay, now something for me. You see, I've been an engineer almost 40 years now. I've travelled around the world with some of the biggest bands in the world, and I've worked in some of the best studios, not only in New Zealand, but around the world as well. I used to be with Stepping Studios back in the day as well. So for me, I'm asking you, Sam, where did you get this recorded? Is it a home recording, or is it a professional studio?
No, so it's completely home recording. So my only qualification I had was actually a diploma in audio engineering. So that's many moons ago. I feel like I did that, but yeah, I guess it allows me to have that kind of home studio situation where I can kind of plug my guitars in. Most of the recording I do is pretty much just DI'd straight in. So I plug my guitar straight into the audio interface, and then with my headphones on. I'm recording at home basically here. I've got 2 kids, 2 young girls, daughters. So when they're asleep at night, that's when I try and do my music stuff. And obviously I can't be cranking guitars up to 11 while I do that, so everything is through the headphones. So yeah, it's all done at home. I would love to get to a studio and do some proper recording, because I think there's a bit of a vibe that comes with some of those places. You know, you say you used to work at Stevenson. I think my first band out of high school, we did a recording at York Street when that was still open in Auckland. And that was just an amazing space with this amazing vibe, and the desk, big old organic Neve desk, which just sounded so amazing. So anything you put through that sounded great. So there's definitely advantages to doing it in studio, but you know, means to an end. It just means I can get some songs out, you know, recording it myself. So yeah, I did all the recording myself. Tried to record it to a standard that was usable, and then sent it over to a friend of mine who's actually a professional musician over in America. He plays in a band called Like a Storm. They're a touring band. He's a good mate of mine. He mixed them up for me. He mixed them for me. So he did a great job there and kind of made them sonically sound, you know, as they should. I can only do things to a certain degree there, but yeah, he did a great job.
Nice. Well, I tell you what, believe me, as an engineer, I find these days the quality that are coming out of home studios is just not as good, but sometimes better than the professional studios. You know, believe me, as an engineer, I try and break it down. I don't listen to music as a fan would. I'm an engineer. I like to know where the drums and where the back line's coming in, and how the engineers worked it out and how it's been mastered. You know what I mean? So believe me, absolutely fascinated with wasting my time and awake, so much so that I'm very, very proud that you have an SAE. Believe me, my SAE I got when I used to go to Otago University way down in Dunedin, way back in the day. Those were the days when, well, you know about Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah, well,
Kiwi,
yeah.
Who doesn't?
The producer of that actually went. I went to university with him.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently, he's on the rich list too, by the way.
Oh, he's a
And
good friend to have.
yeah, well, no, because yeah, I'm not even allowed into Middle Earth anymore.
Yeah. The gates are firmly up, eh?
Yeah,
The
well,
door.
no, more the fact that I stole their security card.
Okay.
Yeah, it ended up in Lake Rotorua.
Yeah, right.
No, it did. It really did. All the way from Matamata to Rotorua in this little cut. Do you know what sort of mission that was alone without getting a ticket?
Tough, mate. Tough. All to use a swimming pool, though.
Well, you know, I got friends at the airport at Lake Rotorua, you know, in Rotorua, so we just dropped it in the middle somewhere. Never thought they'd ever find it, but by goodness they did.
Wow.
I don't know how they did it, but they found it, literally. But Peter Jackson, I know how he got on the rich list. When I was at university as a scarfie in Dunedin, literally, when it had time to come around to Pete to buy a beer, you could never find him.
Well, it's off on the way, eh? Frugal, but you save up your pennies and then you make some good decisions and investments, and I guess that's how it pays off.
And believe me, if you ever want to see some of his earlier work, go and have a look at a movie called Meet the Feebles.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one. Yeah.
It's a
He
bit
did have
boring.
like an old horror one as well, didn't he? Kind of like a B-grade horror thing.
Yeah, bad taste.
Yeah,
Believe me, I had a lot to do with a lot of those. Literally, I had a lot of sound stuff, you know what I mean, going on with that.
Yeah.
Never
I
once
bet
did he give me on the credits either.
Oh. Not right. And he
No, it's
bought
not
his beer as
right.
well.
Not right. He actually wanted me to pay him to go on and help him with his work. That's how frugal he was. But he's a nice guy, really. Gotta say it. Good.
Yeah. Caveat, nice guy at the end.
Yeah, we just, you know, that's the disclaimer right there, isn't it? Get away with that one. Sam, I would love to be able to follow your career from now on in. If that's okay with you, we would love to be able to release new music. And maybe, just maybe, if you feel up to it, come on back and have another interview, you know, subject yourself to a little bit of grind. We would definitely love to be able to do that. Would you consider coming on back again?
Oh, of course. Oh, I'd love to come back and chat to you guys, of course. And always will be sending you guys my stuff and, you know, just keeping up with the play with what's going on at Galaxy. So, you know,
Nice.
you guys have been a great support. Really appreciate it. So, definitely going to, you know, we'll keep in touch and I'll send you a T-shirt when I get one made up for sure.
Absolutely brilliant, my friend. Believe me, it is quite subliminal. People do go and do these things, and absolutely love this band too, by the way. Go and check them out. You'll love them too. I guarantee it. And Frank and Eric, love you guys. We really do. Having said that, we are going to have to wrap it up right now, but please don't go anywhere just yet, because everybody now is going to rush the monitors and take photos of you. We'll give you a copy of everything we've done this morning, and Barbara's going to make it into a movie. It'll be on Facebook. We'll give it to you as well. What I say to people literally is, show it to people you don't like.
Okay. Yeah, make them jealous, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. You get the idea. Believe me, family and friends will love it, right? But show it to people you don't like, and you know what? It puts a fire under their tushies. Before you know it, they're getting in touch with me and going, Grant, I've got a band too. You know? So, okay, it's all about on-flow. Literally.
Motivation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Light a fire under it all, yeah. You got it.
And as I say to people, literally, we take pride in playing the best of the best around the world. We don't play garage bands, okay? You got to be good. You really, really do. And Sam ticks every box. He really, really does. So looking forward to having you back in the near future. Sam, I apologise for what comes next, but just hang in there, okay?
All right, here we go.
In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back on Monday morning between 6 and 6, between 6 and 10 o'clock in the morning with the breakfast show. Please join me then. Barbara's going to be joining me on Tuesday after 8 o'clock. Believe me, 2 more interviews happening on Tuesday as well. Looking forward to it. Have a very happy and successful weekend. And from me, well, happy radio, everyone.
Galaxy 107 FM. Galaxy